Today we're talking about the difference between solar lights and LED landscape lights. This is a very, very important topic for all the people we work with out there, because in your landscape, lighting adds so many things. It adds beauty. It adds an amazing aesthetic. It adds safety. It adds just general awareness of an area, so it's not so deep black hole-ish. I don't have a better word for it. So it adds all of these things. It's not just the look, it's the safety, and it's not just the safety of knowing if someone's in your backyard, because now there's light to see what's going on in your backyard, but the safety of level changes and things like that on a walkway or something that without the proper amount of light, it could be dangerous. So there's a ton of stuff that light does, and that's why this topic is so important. So the difference between solar and LED is huge, and I am a firm believer in one, really not the other, and let's get right into that. Solar lights are a very, very creative tool. There's ones that I am blown away by for outside dusk to dawn light overhead stuff that is really, really high, big, large battery solar stuff, and I've seen great results. But when it comes to a landscape fixture, there's such a small fixture. Yes, they can emit a lot of light, but unfortunately, it's usually the longevity. One, they're not as bright, and two, that light, that beauty that you get doesn't last that long before the battery tapers and tapers and tapers away. So it offers very little control. On top of that, most of the fixtures, when you see fixtures in someone's lawn, usually they're very, very cost effective, all in a bulk, in a box, plastic, easy to break fixtures. So the look of them alone looks much more low quality as far as a product, and it's just not as nice looking in the landscape. So that's one aesthetic, and some people might love the way they look, and that's fine. That's one piece of it. Then they're typically made out of plastic, so they break so easy. So if a weed eater hits them or something hits them, they're going to break. They're going to get brittle very, very quickly, especially in some hot, boiling summers that just make plastic brittle and make it crack easy. And so that's something that is all very, very challenging with solar fixtures. And the list goes on a little bit more, but I don't want to rag on them too much because they are a very cool piece. There's just some unfortunate things about the battery only lasts so long, you lose that brightness. And when you talk about light, the awesome part is how much light it creates. So it starts, when it gets dim, I hate it because lighting is so dramatically beautiful. So those are the differences right there, that LEDs do not face any of that. Now you can get a really low quality plastic LED, but as far as what we install brass fixtures, that the fixture itself is lifetime warranty. If we get you on a maintenance package, the actual sockets, the bulbs, the LEDs, they're lifetime warranty. Since this is plugged in through a transformer to your house, there's no crazy wiring. You don't need an electrician. This is plugged into an exterior plug, and then it runs through a transformer, which powers the whole system. And this is going to give you consistent power the whole time, the ability to time this however you want. You can say, hey, I want it to turn on at dusk and turn off at sunrise. So however you would like this. And so dusk to dawn, you could say, I want it to turn on at dusk, and then I want it to go off at midnight, whatever you want. So it gives you a lot of control. It maintains the brightness, the level it emits the whole time, and there is a lot of flexibility for angle of bulb, different light, whatever we want to change based off of height of palm, height of house, height of whatever it is we're lighting. If it's much shorter, we make it much wider. If it's much taller, we make it narrower, so it shoots the light farther and creates the correct aesthetic. There's also the ability to dim certain fixtures if you would like that as well. Lots of flexibility. It's a fixture that is made out of a heavy material that's meant to last. A weed eater hitting it, something bumping into it's not going to break it. And so all of these things have just caused such a big gap that, again, if you love your solar lights, that's great because they're the most cost-effective thing you're going to get. But if you really, really, really want a truly dramatic appearance and overall change to your house that is long lasting, you don't have to worry about breaking, because a solar fixture, you're going to be replacing that. It's not going to last as long. The go-to is LED lights, which have all the upsides where solar tends to be weak. So I hope this has helped you kind of know the difference, know some of the things that you're going to run into, and then really help guide you make the right decision for you so you get the best lighting, you get the best look for your home, and you have the best overall experience with whatever it is you install.